I don't know. I don't know enough to have like an actual like opinion about it. I think.
Be honest. Be honest.
I think between the two options, I don't know how. I think the reputation of like Donald Trump's not good for like most places of the world, besides like his followers and that kind of stuff. I think like I haven't heard enough negative about like Kamala Harris to like think of okay, like I don't want either of them. I just don't know. I'm like, lucky to be in Canada, I guess.
What's going on, y'all? It's DA Born. I'm gonna ask you quickly, like, share, and subscribe. Recently, I've done a lot of these videos, and I've seen a lot of the views, but I haven't seen a lot of the likes. So do me a favor, press the like button right now. If you don't like it, that's another story. But if you like it, please press the like button, all right? And don't forget to subscribe. All right, so for the last month, I've been going around. I've been to a university, I've been to a multicultural church, I've been to different parts of Toronto, asking Canadians if they have a U.S. vote, who would they vote for, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. This is just a compilation of the men that I interviewed and their responses. You probably have seen some of them, you probably haven't, but this is the best of, and I want you to take a look and enjoy and subscribe. Let's go.
If Canadians had a vote and you had a chance, who would you vote for, Trump or Harris?
Trump.
Can you give me a explanation why Trump?
I think his policies are good for America. I think he has a heart for America. He's like, America first, and if I was American, I would believe in that too. So that's why I vote for him.
There's so much things going on, especially you go across the border and everybody says, oh, Trump's a racist, Trump's a racist. What do you have to say about that?
I don't think he's a racist. He did a lot for American colleges. He did a lot for black people. Before, when he was a Democrat, all the black people loved him. But now he became Republican, now they're saying he's racist. I think it's a cop-out because they don't want to support Republicans. So they throw out racism in front of Trump to get people to hate him and don't like him. And I think all the rumors about him is not true.
If you had a U.S. vote, who would you vote for, Trump or Harris?
Probably Harris, but at the same time, both can. Well, Harris has her problems. Trump has way more problems. But yeah, probably Harris. Yeah.
What do you think is what would lean you more towards Harris and Trump?
Just those common things of like women having the right for an abortion, more kind of progressive economic policies. He was just kind of serving the rich all the time, it seemed, with tax plans that benefited like, estate owners and whatnot. And along with just being a horrible person with many like racist remarks. Apparently he was denying people of housing, black people of housing in his Trump hotels, and like he just is a racist pig, and like I'm always against those types of people.
I've heard mixed reviews. Some say he's not racist, some say he is, but based on whoever wins, who do you think would connect more with our prime minister?
With our prime minister, Trudeau. Definitely Kamala would. They're very similar in ideology. There's definitely good and bad with that. But
if you had a U.S. vote, who would you vote for, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump? And why would you vote for Donald Trump?
Maybe he has a more power in the world economics, in the world security as well.
Right.
He's the leader of the world. There is a peace while he was right now president. So right now on the Biden, there is a lot of war. You can
look like a little bit weaker, and you can see right now Israel Palestine war, Israel and Palestine everything.
So
Biden is lacking somewhere.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump would have been there, then
it's kind of a big leader.
It would be different in
the world scenario. Situation would be different.
Yeah, because I'm kind of curious because Kamala Harris, we know she's Indian, but then all of a sudden in the campaign she's saying that she's black. As Indian, how did you guys feel about that in terms of her changing her?
Yeah, everyone does that. That divide and rule kind of strategy, white and black. Over in India, the guys are fighting for Hindu, Muslim, stuff like that. It's the election.
Basically, if you are in a politics, you need to change for on the scenario.
Yeah,
basis.
if you
cannot stuck with the one point.
if you wouldn't have done anything in last 5 years, then you'll have to seek what for religion, for like a democracy,
Community,
community, black
Right,
and
right.
white, racism, and stuff like that.
So in other words,
That's based on the situation.
yeah.
If
So
the scenario would be different, what would be different?
right.
You heard about last time they had the black and white moments over there in the last election, the what Trump and the Biden one. If you would have remember, I don't know, but
Yeah. So basically, if she was to run in Canada, she'd probably say she's Indian because
Neither.
neither.
Absolutely neither.
How come?
I don't think either would help anything.
Okay.
I think they're both the same side of a different coin. Like it's the same thing.
If you had a U.S. vote, who would you vote for, Trump or Harris?
I would vote Trump. Personally, I would vote Trump
All right. Why would you vote Trump?
because I don't think my values align with Kamala's and her party. I don't agree with a lot of the things that it's the Democrats. Yeah, I don't agree with their views and everything. As a Christian, I have my values and it goes against it. So I'd rather go with Trump. Although I don't think Trump is also perfect.
Right.
I think that he aligns more with my values and everything. Also, like the Democrats I don't think they've done the best job in the last. I think that when Trump was there, he did a pretty good job. Honestly, I would vote for Trump. Honestly, as of right now.
Yeah. No. I appreciate you being candid with that. Now, what do you think over this past week when Barack Obama spoke to black men and he told them that voting for Trump was unacceptable? Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it, but if that is true, like I don't think that anyone should influence your decision just because of your race or anything like that. Like, no, like they say, Trump might be racist and everything like that. Like, I know that they try to push the black community to maybe vote for Kamala, but I don't think that should be the sole reason. I think that everyone should just pick with their own research and everything, and not just be influenced by what the media says about one candidate. And it goes on both sides. And so yeah, and I've heard also like Taylor Swift said like you should vote for Kamala and stuff like that. So I don't think that any influencer or any celebrity should influence your decision.
No. Especially when they're already millionaires and billionaires, like
Exactly.
them being able to relate and stuff like that.
Exactly. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So who would you lean towards, Trump or Harris?
I just think we're cooked in general. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Both of them are kind of ass in their own special ways. So like, I guess only reason I'm not really feeling Harris is because she doesn't seem like a real person. But that's because usually Democrats are not real. Like the Democrat politicians are not real people. They usually they'll like change their accent when they're in Atlanta versus New York. Like, bro, it's just not authentic. But on Trump's side, I think the problem with him is he's kind of like a YouTuber. Like he'll say some shit just to appease his fans, you know? So it's like both of them will cause like the social unrest is high no matter who wins.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they're both gonna do the same things in government. It's not like anything that they're promising isn't gonna come to reality. Everything that they argue on stage or on their debates, it doesn't like none of it truly is gonna matter to the people at the end of the day.
Trump or Harris?
honestly, for me, it's a tough call, but I lean more towards Trump, so I probably end up voting for him.
Okay, now what would be your reasons for voting for Trump?
Just like some of the things that the party that Kamala Harris is a part of, the things that they stand for, I don't quite agree with. And I'm not a guy of compromise, so because there's even like a few things that compromise my beliefs, I would rather just go for Trump, who, although I don't agree with everything he says, he doesn't compromise my beliefs, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense. So what people always say, okay, well, Trump, why would you vote for a racist and a convicted felon? What would you say if that was your...
Honestly,
it's kind of bad, but my take is just honestly, every politician has that like narrative about them now. Like you look up anything about any politician, they have some kind of racism or like criminal history, or they even if they didn't get convicted, that's another big thing. There's a lot of politicians that get away with a lot of stuff, and it was just Trump was held accountable. And I feel like it kind of leans itself into cancel culture. I think is another reason why people care so much, is because that cancel culture is so big, and Trump is too vocal sometimes. So because he talks too much, he gets himself in trouble.
Question is, if you had a U.S. vote, who would you vote for, Trump or Harris?
Oh, I would definitely vote for Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so why would you vote for Trump?
Just basically that he stands with Israel, and he stands with the church.
Yeah.
You know, he's got some values that I really like. You know, and that's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a firm businessman too. He's firm on certain stuff for his country. He loves his country, and he stands for certain things for his country.
Yeah. Why do you think Americans are so divided with Trump or Harris? You know, like some Christians are very passionate about voting Democrat, and some are voting Republican. Why do you think that's such a ongoing thing? Like, you know,
it's a very weird thing. Some people are and they want to kind of divide it between white and blacks too.
Right.
Like saying, okay, oh, she's black, she's Jamaican, or she's whatever. So they will tend to stick with her, and the whites saying, well, they're trying to do that. They're trying to separate the country, which is not a good thing. Right. So some white folks will say, oh, I'm sticking for Trump, and the blacks are saying, but I think for me basically, I think lots of black people are still voting for Trump.
Yeah.
Because of what he stands for and his value. And the church is also standing with him and behind him. Right? Not everybody, but some are. Some are. But the country is very divided.
Yeah.
Very divided.
Yeah. And even what did you think about Obama talking to black men, saying that them voting for Trump is not acceptable? Like, did you hear about that, or?
I didn't hear about it, but I heard in the grapevine about it. But that has no basis.
Yeah.
That is out of touch.
Yeah.
Right? Why are we talking about that like that? Everybody's got their right to do and their own opinion. Why they want to vote? People should vote based on policies.
Yes.
Based on stuff that is good for their country, directions that the country should go in, you know, defense, stuff like that, economic issues and stuff like that. Not based on black. Come on.
Yeah.
That's tasteless,
identity politics.
Yeah. It's third world.
Yeah.
It's third world.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You know, I think what happened to the Democrats, they're grabbing at straws right now. I kind of sense that they're grabbing at straws.
Yeah.
They're losing a grip and they're grabbing at straws.
Yeah. If you had a U.S. vote, who would you vote for, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
I mean, if I could vote, probably Harris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you?
I consider myself more left-leaning, and my views aligning more with the Democrats' views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you consider? What are you most passionate about in terms of what the Democrats promote? What's?
I would say like economic fairness between like classes, and more like, I guess, liberal positions like abortion, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. And also even in terms of like wages and
yeah, like minimum wage and like, I guess more taxes on the wealthier class. Yeah, things like that.
Okay. For Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, what say you?
It's a hard vote for me because Donald Trump in his past career has done some controversial things, but there are some new changes that Kamala Harris intends to bring that I'm not sure U.S. citizens are used to, and it might not be in the best. It might not be the best for them, but because I know Donald Trump has been in the president's, like he has been the president already once, and he's learned, I guess, from some of the things he did, so he might be better this time. Whereas Kamala, I don't know much about. So my personal vote would go to Donald Trump, but yeah, that'd be my opinion. Seen some interviews of Donald Trump with Elon Musk, let's say, and some other people. So I know he's really for further advancements in technology and businesses, which I think is something that Canada lacks. And like in Canada, we have less production, less labor, and a lot of things are like not as good. Whereas US is like the American dream, where you have it's a lot more production, economic opportunities, and Donald Trump, if he advances them further, we're only going to benefit from that, even as Canadians and even as American people. So it'd be good for employment rates and just more technology for the human race, I guess. Whereas Kamala, I know a lot of business owners do not like her, I guess, especially like Elon Musk, because she would cause a lot of restrictions that would slow down the growth. And I'm not totally aware of her policies, but at least from what I've heard, I don't think she's very pro-business, I guess, maybe. So because of that, I would support Donald Trump, but I might be wrong. I don't know. Yeah.
As an American, I would vote Trump. As a Canadian, I'll go Kamala Harris. Let me tell you why. Kamala Harris, you know, she is less protectionist than Trump. So what protectionist Trump would create this trade policy, NAFTA, and Trump has already said that he's going to renegotiate NAFTA. And so what's going to happen is that Trump's going to really be more American first than ever. Because, you know, now he's out of office. He's gained a lot more voters. He's more motivated than ever. He got shot. Like, there's a lot of things that he's like really motivated about. And one thing he's motivated about is to kill Canada in that trade. And so would mean, you know, lesser jobs for us, a whole lot of jobs moving to the South. No matter who becomes prime minister in Canada, it's going to be a whole lot of stuff moving to the South. So as an American, sure, Trump would be a great option, but as a Canadian, I'll go for Kamala Harris.
So you're in other words, you're saying it would be better for Canada.
It'd be better for Canada. It'd be better for Canada. Our trade policy would be more lenient. At least Polyev could probably, you know, work with Trump on certain things, but I think Trump has become a lot more radical in his trade policies, that protectionist policies and America First policies, that I think it's going to be much more of a devastating effect to Canada than anything.
Yeah, what do you believe is way more important.
Right.
Get down to what it is that you believe, and understanding that your vote matters. Is a big part of it. And again, I think that's one of the biggest issues, especially when it comes to, you know, I saw a stat the other day that said only 51% of believers vote. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's a scary thing. So here, 51% of believers don't exercise their ability to exercise change or to affect change in a way in a political spectrum, because they feel that, well, that's over there, that's for them, but that's not part of me. No, you're part of that. You're part of that. Don't not vote and then come back later and complain about anything, because you gave that up. If you don't vote, if you don't take a stand, then you've given up your right to be able to complain about it later. So that's it. That's where I'll leave that.
Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
I will vote for Donald Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, give me
the reason.
Yeah, especially as a black man.
The reason, of course I'm a black man, but I would like to vote for, America is the people who rule the world, one of the people who rule the world. You know, I don't see how a lady can rule the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lady action and a man action is never the same thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this world is crazy. Do you know what makes it crazy? A lot of people coming out from different angle wants to fight, wants to war because of religion, of a thing. And I dislike that personally. You know, I cannot come and kill somebody and say I will go to heaven, I will get 10 virgins that I'm going to have a sex with. Well, you don't have a sex with a beautiful lady in this world, you are thinking about heaven. Do you know what I'm saying? So that is bullshit. You know, killing people, innocent people is what I don't like.
Yeah.
You know, so I love Donald Trump action every time.